Hi everyone, welcome to Uniquely Me with Simone Stewart. Guys, this is a very special episode because you've seen me often on this program, but have you ever wondered what does my team looks like? Well, coming up, I am going to be giving you a front row seat to my team. Yes, my team in what makes Uniquely Me what it is from behind the scenes. And so we're going to get to understand him a little bit more and dig a little bit into his life. And guys, you know me very well. You know I'm going to go dig in, but not to worry because he's listening. He's standing behind the camera and I don't want him to be too nervous. So get your stuff and come back. We are about to hear more about what happens behind the scenes of Uniquely Me. Hey guys, it's Simone Stewart from Uniquely Me. Guess what? Our conference is coming up. It's going to be a virtual conference entitled Girl, Get Up, Take Up Your Bed and Walk, featuring Camille Cook, Donette DaCosta, Simone Howard, and our guest speaker, Reverend Clayton Roberts. Guys, mark your calendar. It's going to be on Zoom. It's going to be on YouTube. What do you do when you don't know what to do? Girl, get up, take up your bed and walk. Don't miss it. April 16th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. is a virtual conference entitled Girl, Get Up, Take Up Your Bed and Walk. Uniquely Me is uniquely you. See you there.
Uniquely Me is uniquely you. Balancing the different hats of life, achieving all your goals in the name of Christ. Uniquely Me is uniquely you. You can do anything. With the S on your chest, you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. You are a winner and you're an overcomer. You can be all things to Christ who gives you strength. Yeah, you are a fighter. You're so determined. Uniquely Me is uniquely you.
Okay everyone, welcome back to Uniquely Me with Simone Stewart. Guys, my guest this afternoon is Andrew McDonald. And let me just tell you guys, he is so nervous. He is so nervous, but he has no need to be. He is the one behind the camera, guys. So every time you see us come with another episode and it is edited in all the various forms, the person behind it is this wonderful young man here. Andrew, welcome to Uniquely Me.
Thanks for having me.
I'm laughing, guys, because Andrew is so nervous. But Andrew, I thought it would be so good to showcase you on this platform because I think you have a lot to offer. And it's not because I get to work with you, but I see so much potential in you, and everywhere we go, persons keep, either there's a prophetic word, they want to steal you to film for them or something. What is it about you that you think persons like?
I know, me being humble.
Yes.
I think that's one of the main things that's stood out most about me. I always get it. People saying, "Oh, you're humble." I mean, things doesn't. How can I put it? I'm not easy to be surprised by the glittering and stuff like that. You know, I'm more like I'm willing to help others who sometimes find it hard to seek or to get help.
Yeah.
You know.
But I need to ask you though, Andrew. So you're and that's true. That's definitely true about you. Always trying to help. There's a patience level about you that I don't know where you get it from. So like we're trying to set up one of the instrument or something, and to me don't throw it down a long time because I can't figure it out. After 5 minutes I'm done, and you will take the next hour or two, Andrew, and try to work it out. Why do you go the extra mile?
Why go the extra mile? All right, let's take a step back. Music actually impact my life so much. And one of the things music has taught me is patience. Patience. I mean, for example, I'm learning a piece of music, and I have to constantly practice that piece over and over and over again, and I had to slow it down. So I actually use all of that and put it into my life.
Awesome. That's great. And guys, in case you don't know, yes, this man is multi-talented. So from music to barbering, to editing, to filming, to photography, to what else? We're not done.
Anything my hand get involved.
And he is right. And Andrew, that is a trait we don't see in a lot of our young men. What we find is that our young men just want to either have a hand-me-down or something easy. What do you think is lacking in causing our young men not to want to, most of our young men I should say, not wanting to push themselves? If mommy don't have it, daddy don't have it, they just stand still. What is causing them not to push? What do you think is missing?
Somebody to talk to, a mentorship. I mean, when I always bounce back to music, because music, like I said, music impacted my life. And when I started music, I must say I do. A matter of fact, teachers play a very important part in our lives. And when I get involved in music, actually, my music teacher, who I can say is my mentor. He doesn't know that, but he's my mentor, right? And from that sense, I mean, working with him, he teaching me as well, because I must say, most of the men can agree or can reflect and know that their fathers are not around. Yeah. And my music teacher, I must say, I mean, he impacted my life, how he speaks, how he looked, and for me, most of the young men just need mentorship. Yeah.
You think it's because we don't have more the fathers around?
Yeah, that plays an important part.
Yeah, but and I want to dig a little more, because like you said, your music teacher sort of fulfilled the role of a pastor, of a father, I should say, sorry. But how do we, you see, the thing is, all right, so it's twofold. Taking on the role of a father for a child that's not yours, and a child accepting somebody as a father in your life who is not their biological father. How do we find that middle ground to say, hey, I'm going to allow you to cross the border to mentor me, to father me, or I'm going to cross that border to father you or mentor you? How do we find that middle ground?
I mean, we were once a child, right? And I must say, I can always speak on my experience. We were once a child, and if you can relate to a child, right? That's how I found the bond between me and my music teacher, right? He relates to us, not because he's the adult or he's the teacher, and he understands certain conversation. For example, he's real, right? He's real with the conversations and stuff like that, and he always encouraged that, hey, we need to improve ourselves, and he always looked out for us in the department. I think is to drop, how can I put it? We as adults needs to just drop the adult side where we have responsibilities and stuff like that, losing your inner self, saying that, losing your inner self, knowing that you too was a child. So with that, we can relate more on some levels.
I like that, Andrew. I think what has happened is that a lot of us, for real, the responsibilities of life in truth and in fact has robbed us of the fun side of us, the child self of us, because the truth is, when you realize you have light, water, mortgage, or rent, and the income can't meet, I don't have the time to sit and play.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have the time to kind of connect with my child in a way. But it's so important because if I'm not connecting with my child, somebody else is. And the last thing we want is for our children to be adapting to the world, and we are not the ones helping to shape them. Right? For you, what role did your dad play in your life to shape you? Was he there?
Well, what role my dad play? Wow. Alright, what I see from my father is compassion and love.
Yeah.
Right? I see that he's more relaxed and chilled. But that's the only thing that I actually grab or can, that impacts me. Otherwise from that,
nothing else. Is it that, I'm going to ask you a very hard question. Is it that it was bad, but you chose to find something good in it?
Yes and no. Yes and no. Because as a man or a young boy growing up, my father didn't step up to his responsibility. Right? And being at this age, I can understand that because of him not preparing himself to have a family. I understand that.
Yeah.
But he not living up to his responsibility. Yeah.
So
that's a downside for me.
Yeah. Have you ever talked to him about it?
No, I haven't talked to him about it.
Would you like to?
Yeah, I could talk to him about it, but at this, yeah.
I share something with you. So for years, I didn't grow up with a father. It was always my mom. And I remember when I passed over age and I went to Herbert Morrison and I saw the list with my name on it. And Andrew, remember all my life I never grew up with a father. And the day I saw my name that I was successful in the grade 9 achievement, in the grade 9 achievement, all I wanted was my dad. And I was like, how is it that I never grew up with a father and yet here it is that I wanted? And what I wanted, Andrew, was, it's still strange. I wanted a father to tell me how proud he was, how excited and happy he was. And sometimes I wonder, should I feel guilty because my mom is the one that was always there? Why did I not want my mom to be proud at that moment? Or is it that I knew she would have been proud, and so my dad was missing for all these years? I kind of wanted him to be a part of that excitement. And so when the opportunity came for me to have that conversation with him, I don't remember talking to him about that, but I spoke to him about all the other things. Why were you not there? And what I discovered then is that there were some pieces of the puzzle that as a child I did not know about between himself and my mom. And so as children, we tend to get lost in our kind of taking sides with what we're familiar with. So we're familiar with mom. We're familiar with the fact that mom says dad left and she's the only one here. And so we never get a chance to hear our father's side of the story. And so I don't know if that's the case for you. And so would you want to hear your dad's side of the story?
Well, I hear his side of the story. I do hear it because he actually talked to me about it. Right? For me, I think it's both parties. Right? Counseling plays a very important part as well, because for me, looking at my parents' relationship, right, it affected me. Yeah. Because they didn't seek the counseling before they get involved. Yeah. Where family is concerned, they didn't seek it, and not seeking it actually impacts on me. I also have a brother. Right. Also impacted us. Reached to a point where if we express ourselves, right, it's been walked over, looked as nothing. as a child, and I mean, low self-esteem come a part of it. Sometimes I face challenges to express myself. Right, I say things small. I don't like to talk. I mean, to have a long conversation, I just say it as it is, and then that I just move on. Right. So, not seeking the counseling impacts on my life actually. You know. And for me, looking at that, that's why I ensure that I always ask God for guidance. So I always ensure that I'm not following in the same footstep with as them.
Yeah. So I hear you saying then, Andrew, that it is important that parents, or not just parents, but two people thinking that they're ready to start life, that they ought to take it a step further and either get counseling or have reasonable good conversations regarding the turn that life is about to take them. What would you say to your children, or what do you think you will say to your children down the road about your life?
About my life?
Yeah. I know I'm fast forwarding, but what would you say to your children about your life? Or what would you do differently, I should say? What would you do differently compared to what you notice your father did or your mom did? What do you think you'll do differently with your own children?
I mean, allow them to speak. Right? Allow them to speak, but still set the ground rules. Because sometimes children will go out of hand when they say certain things.
Tell me about it, yes.
Right? But allow them to speak. Be not just their parent, but also be their friend.
Yeah.
There are a lot of times I want to have a good relationship with my mother. Right? Now I reach the age I can now just accept the fact that, hey, now I'm.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
But we still talk. But the relationship that I'm looking for, like I can just share anything with her, it's just not gonna happen. Right? But we still talk, right? Don't want to throw that through the window.
Yeah.
Right? So allow your children to speak.
Yeah.
All right? Also, recently I've said this time and time again, put aside family time with your family, and especially with your children.
Yeah.
Put aside family time. Just go out, do something.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Very important. If I should sit here and talk about, or if I should sit here and try to remember the family time that I have, it will be very disappointed.
Wow, Andrew. It's so. I listen to you and I feel that it's something hit me hard on the inside, because again, we become so busy sometimes, Andrew, and as parents, and I'm talking from the point of a parent, that we become busy, we become caught up with making life for ourselves, surviving, that we are forgetting the ecosystem around us. And the ecosystem around us is our children or our extended family. So if we have a husband or a wife, that kind of thing. But we become so caught up, and then the truth is that sometimes we're trying to capture life for ourselves too. We're trying to, because apart from the fact that for me, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a banker, I'm a talk show host, I'm a woman. So when do I find the time to go get my nails done? When do I find the time to just go walk up and down and do nothing? When do I find the time to just go sit and watch TV and have nobody bother me? It's hard to find that balance. But as I'm listening to you and I'm listening to so many others, it's so important. And so I'm really hoping that persons listening, hearing from a man standpoint, because we can say girls are softy and emotional, but when I hear it from a man, it says something else. So we know what you will say to your children, Andrew, and so this video will be there for them to go back to. But Andrew, what would you, if you had 3 wishes in this to make, and that would come through, what would those 3 wishes be?
3 wishes? 3 wishes. I don't really like to wish hard. 3 wishes. To have a happy family.
And that's with your mom, your brother, and your dad. Okay.
And personally, to be guided on the right track where family is concerned and marriage and all of those things. Right? Because it's a risk taking, but it's a very committed job.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? And I don't want to go into something that not just me alone, but my partner as well, not living up to all of those expectations or the commitment that is there in the marriage.
Yeah.
That's 2.
Yes, 2. We have one more.
Lead the family. Lead the family to the right path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've noticed, I've gotten a chance to know you for maybe 10 years now or so.
That's all?
Yeah, it could be about 10 years. I probably know you about 10 years now because Simone is 7 and I would have known you before Simone. And Simone is 7, so yes, it's about 10 years now. So that's a long time. Matter of fact, Simone is going to be 8 this year, so it's over 10 years. And so one of the things that I have observed over time is that there are times when you get into this shell and you tend to lock away. And I want to bring it up because I'm seeing my own son now moving into that zone of locking away. Why do you lock away?
Why do I locked away?
It's like you're locked to the world. You don't answer your phone. You just disappear off the scene.
Why do I locked away? I don't know. I think it have to do with how society just picture a male, a man, right? And yeah, a lot of us gonna say that we don't have somebody to talk to. But for me, I don't think what I have to say is important.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. I don't know. Because there are times where I express myself is not really valid or it's really important. So I just choose not to say anything, right? And just deal with it. So I do face, like I said, society just, and I get depression at times where I just have to figure it out to come out of it.
You see, Andrew, this is such an important interview because we tend to think that men don't go through depression. We tend to think that the traumas of life only happens to females. But more and more, and you've been behind the camera, so you are hearing it for yourself with me, that there are men are expressing that they too go through depression, but there's nobody there to help them to come out of it. Because we have so many different avenues and so many programs set up for girls and women to come and express themselves and rejuvenate and stuff, but we're not finding anything around for men. What you think, what could we do differently to target or to create for men or for you? Let's use you. What would you like to see when you get into that zone where you think your voice is not heard, you think it doesn't matter? What would you want to see to help you come out of that? What kind of support would be valid and valuable to help you come out of that?
Mentorship is one. Socializing is also the next one. Not just me going out and socialize. Those also, in the circle, come together, have a get together, socialize. You know, be consistent with it as well. It doesn't have to be like a every day or every week thing. You know, make it be like an annual thing. To reach out to the men or for me. Right? That's about it. I have to think deep on this, but that's about it on the top of my head.
So you think we need to have more men program, more program for men then? I agree with you. So, Andrew, you are in, as I said, so many different things, the arts in general. Why the arts? Why are you, I'm just asking, I'm just digging into your, why you've chosen the career path that you've chosen, if you have so chosen. You're playing music. I think you're fabulous when it comes to between the videography and the editing and stuff. Why that aspect of it?
It's more interactive to me. The visual arts, drama, dance, music, it's more interactive. I don't like office work. I do not like office work, right? The arts it makes me interact with my hand and my creativity. When I see something painted or something, a sculpture is made out of wire or glass bottle or something like that. I'm fascinated. I want to know how they did it. I want to see how they do it.
Yeah.
You're just fascinated.
So so you're at that stage in your life now of career, higher education and career, and thinking of settling down and stuff. How do you find the balance? Because I know that right now you have a very busy schedule. Work, school, church, the whole works. But how do you find the balance?
How do I find the balance?
Yeah. Because, and I ask you now, Andrew, because the truth is, Andrew, a lot of our young men are not finding that balance. Them just find one thing and chill. I'm sure if you check up, because apart from them go play football, they might go work or them go school, and them just play football or play video games and so. But I've never heard you talk about playing video games. You're either working, or you're at church or something, Andrew. How do you find the balance?
Well, I find myself doing the things that I like to do, and I realize that I somehow find the balance. Right? Yes, I'm going to have sleepless night, but it's rewarding for me because I like what I do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I use the calendar a lot now, recently, on my phone. So I use it as a reminder as well, saying that, next week this is coming up and so forth. So that's how I find the balance. Sometimes I'm off the balance, but most of the time I stay on the path.
Yeah. And this is an advice now I want us to be able to help our young men with, that are trying to find that, making the choice between their finish high school, and we're not talking about the ones that have a structured parental upbringing where we then know that once you finish high school, you're moving into college, there's no if, no but, your parent going to go all out to ensure that you get the scholarship to move on. That young man who high school finish and there's no guidance, but he's at that stage that he needs to find a job, he needs to improve himself. What advice would you give for them to make those choices, those right choices?
Those advice? Find out what you like to do best.
Yeah.
Right? And when you do find out that, try to find a circle that supports what you do. I can go back years ago when I left school. I was doing tracks and I moved to music, right? When I was doing music now, I find out that I really like it, right? And then I associate myself with people who are in that circle, and then I started to get help, get advice, and that's what made me who I am.
Yeah.
Right. So for young men, I mean, find what you like to do. Find that circle that support it. All right, and you'll be surprised to see how far you reach in that.
Yeah. Yeah. So just before we wrap up, how has it been working on Uniquely Me?
It's been fun. The stories are very impactful, very, I mean, reflecting, and I like to reflect. So the stories is just so impactful, and it's a great journey. It's a great journey.
Yeah.
You know?
Has there ever been, in your editing, has there ever been an episode that, you know, yes, you filmed it, but when you're sitting down and editing it, you know, what goes through your mind? I want to know, because I don't know. What goes through your mind when you think about, you know, you're editing an episode and you're hearing the story and stuff? What goes through your mind, Andrew? Bring us through, you know, what takes place behind the scenes, really.
What takes
to
place?
You sending it, and when you send it to me, how, you know, are you listening out to what I have to say or whatever it is?
Alright. When some of the episode, like I said, is very impactful. And time when I'm editing videos like that, I was like, John, I feel listen to this over and over, and it's like very impactful. You know? And but apart from that, learning this whole editing thing, there comes a time where, I mean, the stress really hit me. And this is how the stress hit me now. When you lose a video, that's when the stress really hits me. I don't know what to say. I'm just finding solution on how I can, I mean, do about the video or do something to replace that video, right? But the whole editing part of my life, I mean, I like it, and I want to do more. I want to learn more, because like I said, find something that you like to do, you know, and you'll find yourself reaching levels with it.
Well, publicly, sir, let me say thank you so much for being a part of the Uniquely Me team. And guys, this is the team, believe it or not, this is the team that makes the episodes that you're loving week after week. This is the team that makes it happen. I do the interviewing and Andrew takes it over from there. And so I just want to thank you, Andrew. Your dedication, your commitment. You said something a while ago that it gets hot when we've lost a video. But the reality is that we try to make it happen, right? And there are, believe it or not, I'm learning from you because you're very organized, and that is something I like about you. Very organized, guys. He goes, you see all of this now, he create a file and he puts everything in there and it's nicely well put together, and he knows exactly what he's about to do. He has his day set out when he's going to edit. Yeah, man, very organized, you see there. So I admire that, Andrew. And I really want to thank you for the support on this journey. And you know, we had a guest that shared with you that, you know, because of your faithfulness to this, God is going to expand your territory. And I just want to declare it, that indeed God is going to expand your territory, take you into regions and places your little mind has never envisioned. But I'm declaring it right here and now that God is going to expand you. And so thanks again for being with Uniquely Me. So Andrew, I want to end, but I want to ask you, what are those, if we were to say 3 things that you're thankful for, what are those 3 things you're thankful for?
3 things?
Yeah.
1, first of all, the guidance of God. I mean, I have to put that first. Those who are also supporting, or how can I put it? Those who love what I do and appreciate what I do, right? And the next one would be, I mean, seeing myself going places that I never saw myself going. The path that I'm going, that's what I like.
Awesome.
Happening for me.
Awesome. What's next? What's coming up next from you? What can we expect? Because we've been talking about, we know that you have the Instagram page, we know that you do videography, we know that you do photography. What's next for Andrew? What can we look forward to coming from Andrew?
What can you look forward? I mean, I want to make more videos. I mean, just Jamaica, you know. I don't know. I think I was thinking about doing music videos or even a short skit, stuff like that. So yeah, you can look up for stuff like those. You know, short skits, and just nice video content. You know?
Good. Hey, well, guys, you heard it for yourself from my team, the team behind Uniquely Me with Simone, Stewart, and Andrew. I just want to say thanks for agreeing to come on set. It was like pulling teeth because we've been trying to do this interview how long?
I think things get caught up in it, man. Things get caught up in it.
But I want to thank you so much for agreeing to come and just sharing so candidly. You know, nothing we have seen so far on this channel is wasted, right? And so it might seem like it's just a little thing, but we are going to be surprised at the amount of young men that will identify with your story and with what you have shared and the impact it will have on them. So thank you so much, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it for yourself. Please, what do you think? What part of Andrew's sharing and the things we spoke about impacted you the most? And do you think I need to have more young men on Uniquely Me with Simone Stewart? I don't know, it seems like we are evolving, but I'd love to hear from you. Well, guys, that's it from me. Make sure you're liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And until next week for another exciting episode, stay tuned. Bye-bye. Hey guys, it's Simone Stewart from Uniquely Me. Guess what? Our conference is coming up. It's going to be a virtual conference entitled Girl, Get Up, Take Up Your Bed and Walk, featuring Camille Coke, Donette Da Costa, Simone Howard, and our guest speaker, Reverend Clayton Roberts. Guys, mark your calendar. It's going to be on Zoom. It's going to be on YouTube. What do you do when you don't know what to do? Girl, get up, take up your bed and walk. Don't miss it. April 16th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. is a virtual conference entitled Girl, Get Up, Take Up Your Bed and Walk. Uniquely Me is uniquely you. See you there.
And uniquely me is uniquely you.
Hi guys, I thought I would share with you, for those of you looking for a Christmas gift or a New Year gift or a birthday gift, for that woman, that strong woman in your life, to offer the Uniquely Me planner. Now, what can you find in the Uniquely Me planner? You can find pages to write for each month. You have pages to write your goals, and we set it up so that those goals are SMART, right? As you know, your goals need to be SMART. So we have the specific, the measurable, the attainable, the relevant, and we put them in blocks so that you are able to fill them in accordingly. Also, you will find a daily to-do list, as well as for each day, if you need to put your calendar, what your calendar items will be, you have that as well. There's also a habit tracker, guys, or as well as a quote. There is a list for you to put what are your list of priorities in terms of things to be done. And of course, guys, we have pages and pages of that. We give you blank pages as well. So this is also, it is your diary, it's your planner, it's your time management tool is what I would call it. I want to encourage women who are creatives, women who are executives out there as well. You are trying to find a way to be productive. Here is your tool. And so guys, it's on Amazon. Just put in Uniquely Me planner, or you can put in Simone Stewart and grab a copy of my Uniquely Me planner. Guys, remember, Uniquely Me is uniquely you. Get your copy today.
And uniquely me is uniquely you.
Who am I really? Choices, choices, choices. In pursuit of a career? OMG, I'm a wife. Help, I am a mother. Oh, I'm in church. When do I get to be a woman that God called me to be? Uniquely Me covers the acrobatic endeavors of every woman to balance the responsibilities of being a mother, a wife, a professional, a church leader, a friend, yet still maintain her identity. I too am a mother, a wife, a trained minister of religion, a banker, an entrepreneur, trying to balance the many hats that signifies my role. My book will help motivate and empower every woman who is really unique in her own way. Grab your copy today on Amazon, because Uniquely Me is uniquely you.
Thank you for tuning in to Uniquely Me with Simone Stewart. Remember, Uniquely Me is uniquely you.